Okay, I got my the body of my container. I wish it was a little deeper, but it is not. Make sure I can turn here without any crashing. So we're going to do some drilling. I'm going to start with this 25, 30 seconds. I'm thinking about drilling this down 90% and then getting an end mill. To flatten that bottom. So I want to get this thing. Okay, I am on 1 inch right there. So I want to go -1 inch to break through. Okay, so let's bring this down a little bit more. Lock that down. How much do I have? I can take 1 inch, and that would leave me 6:30 seconds, 7:30 seconds. And I think that's fine. 8:30 seconds is a 1/4 inch. Is that right? Okay, so 25, 30 seconds drill. Let's go ahead and turn the phase converter on. And we are going to spin this at 190 RPMs. And I'm going to go neutral with my gearbox. No sense in running all those gears. We're starting this with 25, 30 seconds. A little bit of vibration, and just a fraction away from my diameter. I'm cutting the full diameter now. I'm going to try anchor lube on this drill with aluminum. Being a brand new drill, I'm not getting, yeah, there it's evening out now. coming up on a ½ inch. Five-eighths. That's 3/4. We'll see what I really have there in depth. To the tip of that. Need to come back a little further. Let me. Oh. And there I'm 950 at the bottom of that. Zero that out and show it again. $967. So I'm going to find an end mill and flatten that bottom out. Okay, here we got 31/32. And then I have a 1-inch. I got a 6-fluted 1-inch end mill, and I got a 2-fluted end mill. And in all my experience, which is not little to none, I think the 2-flute might cut easier. I don't know. Correct me on that if you would. Back on with the phase converter. We're still at 190 RPMs. Okay, I'm going to bring this out. Okay. Man, that thing is tight. Okay, I have the 2-flute chucked up, and then I got the 6-flute here. I'm assuming these will cut just like a drill as opposed to a knot. In other words, that they will cut in. So I'm gonna go with some more anchor lube in that hole. Gonna lock it. Double check tightness. Kind of going until my chip widens. I'm going to try that 6-fluted cutter. Okay, still recording. Not quite flat yet. Not quite flat, but I want to measure that once again. Yeah, still have quite a bit of a dimple in there. Yeah, I'm safe. My fear is busting through, of course, so I'm nowhere near that. I just have no idea how rapid the cut is. I'm never using end mills. Still got a bit to go. And more. A little bit more. Believe it or not, a little bit more. Yeah. Tell you what, I'm just really paranoid. I still haven't. Still not there yet. In the hole. I'm at 934. So let's call that 940 of 60 thousandths to go. Believe it or not, I'm not quite there yet. A touch more. I think if anything, I do. I have a bit of a nub now. So that means that I've cut where I needed to be. I'm flat. Flat with a bump in the middle. And that's, I could probably eliminate that bump with this 2 flute. I am at 995. So what I want to do, I want to touch that 2 flute down there and see if that'll get rid of that knob. Well, as much as it's going to. Okay, let's put this away and give you a little different look at it. Okay, where do I stand now? Talk about a boring bar now. Not sure if you can see it or not, but I still have a protractor on the back side of this glued on there. This is still from the bandsaw cut, parting blade down here, about 1 inch, and then 1 and 6/32. Okay, so power off here. Power off there. Next operation, next step will be to get the boring bar and empty that space out to do an internal thread to make this threads per inches. I think it might be 12. I think I ended up doing 12 on the inside and the outside. Yeah, that's 12 threads per inch internal as well as external. So measuring this diameter to figure out how big my hole needs to be before I start threading. Now the machinist's handbook has some formulas in it, and I have no idea if I'm using it correctly or not. Maybe I'll bring the page up and show you what I'm looking at. What I need to do is print the page, but for what I was looking at, I forget the numbers, but yeah, I don't know. I've gone off those numbers as a guideline, and you know, if you're starting with a hole that's too small, if you keep turning it, keep threading it, you're going to get to the right diameter. And that's kind of the way I think I've been hitting it, as opposed to starting off with you know, say that the threads are 30 thousandths deep, and so I would make my starting hole 30 thousandths smaller than my major diameter here. But I tend to usually go probably 50 or 100 thousandths smaller. When we start the boring, I'm going to go ahead and print a page of the machinist's handbook and show you what numbers I'm looking at, and you guys can maybe show me what I'm doing wrong and give me some guidance along those lines. So thanks for watching the video. Thanks to the new subscribers. The one guy is some kind of pool shark apparently, and I was fascinated by that. He has some practice drills set up in a video, and I had the opportunity to shoot a little billiards. I guess I wasn't billiards, that's a game. I was shooting some 8-ball, and probably haven't done that in 30 years. It never was very good. But boy, I was smelling the place up. Yeah, that's pretty serious game. When I was growing up, we had a pool hall that we frequented mostly because we could buy stuff there that we couldn't buy at the drugstore, because we didn't have prescriptions. And but they had a game. The table had no pockets, and I think there was a white ball, and I'm not sure. There might have been 3 different color balls, maybe 2, but no pockets on the table, no holes. And then there was another game where the pockets were just wide enough for the ball to get in. Very, very small pockets. So I always liked to go there because when you went there, they gave you a ticket, and they had this cast timestamp machine built into the counter. and you would slide your ticket in there, and they would chunk, chunk, and that would emboss the time that you started playing pool. And then at the end of the round, you would go up and they would charge you by how much time you were at the table. That's probably normal, I don't know. They had a lot of tables in there. Forest Park Billiards in Dayton, Ohio. Okay, guys, thanks again. I'll see you next time. We'll do some boring. Am I going to do it again? Yeah, we're going to do it again. Check this thing out. Got my rack here, all my tools. I'm kind of worried it might be getting a little heavy. Wasn't anticipating putting an indicator on there and the oil, but yeah, I'm liking it, and I probably don't need all these. As soon as I get more MT3 accessories, I'll get the drills back into a drawer, and because I need a bullnose live center, I need a good live center. What do you guys think about those live centers that have interchangeable heads? If that's a gimmick or what? Okay, both end mills did good. Nice finish in there. A bit extravagant, I know, but hey, you can't take it with you. Need to get this fixed here. Screws in there. Sure McMaster Carr has those. And you know, since I painted this, all this stuff down here was painted blue and in layers of body filler and paint and all this. When I first got this, these wheels were painted blue. You know, all this was painted blue. It was atrocious. This was painted blue. It was atrocious. Did I leave any blue on the machine at all? Yes, I did. The clutch is still blue. I'm surprised they didn't paint over this plate. This had a bit of blue paint on it. There's something I picked up that was I'd normally seen these for like $80 and such, and I found one that was about half of that, less than half. It's Evolution. And it is a magnet which releases the tug of the handle. Oh, we better get that up. I'm using new editing software, and I kind of luck out and get to the place where I need to be, I think.